Blood Orange's recent EP, 4 songs. Um, we haven't talked about Blood Orange much, other than talking about him scoring movies. That's been what most of his career has been about recently. At least most of his releases. He's been doing some touring, doing a lot of like orchestral type stuff. Last time we really spoke about him was 2019. Wow,
Yep.
I can't believe it's been 2019 when it wasn't even a actual album technically. It
Mixtape.
was uh
Angel's Pulse.
yes, Angel's Pulse. I was gonna say Negro Swan. That was the last album we talked about. So now it's 2022. We get these 4 songs, including Jesus Freak Later, which is kind of like the single from this, if you will. What'd you think of this 4 song EP? Anything stand out?
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like another Blood Orange release. Nothing too much to take home about it, I think, but still notable to talk about and think about Blood Orange music when it does come out, because as you said, it is a bit infrequent these days. And also, as you said, Dev Hynes is a significant figure in music culture, in New York culture in general, you know?
Mhm.
So he's always around, he's always up to stuff. And it's almost like a special treat. It's like, oh, he kind of like went back to his day job for a second for us and dropped 4 songs. How nice of him.
Yeah, that's exactly the way to look at it. I mean, he does a lot of producing and writing. I mean, from Caroline Polachek to Haim to I don't know, Kylie Minogue. Like he's doing a lot of stuff.
Mm.
So he's active. And like we mentioned, doing a lot of like scores for movies. But yeah, it's great to get him making music. And I gotta say, like these 4 songs were like two hits and two misses for me, I'd say. I think the middle two, Something You Know and Wish, I just didn't they just felt like sleepy to me, and they just didn't really grab me at all. But the first one, Jesus Freak Later, has that like really like sped up percussion, tip tapping its way throughout the whole thing. Really enjoy that, and he's just like gliding over the guitar the whole time, which I think is great. And then Relax and Run with Erica DeCassier and Eva Tolkien. I'm not really sure who they are, but those three together just sound really beautiful on that track.
Mm.
And it's like the most clear he sounds on the album, and I just really like enjoy hearing him not as like washed into the Sonics, which I don't know. I thought those two really stood out, and whenever we talk about these EPs, I feel like our takeaways are always like, if we can find like 1 or 2 songs on this that get us excited for whatever is bigger to come, that's usually a good sign that this artist is moving in a good direction. So I was happy to listen to this.
Yeah, I wonder if this came out because Dev has been opening up for Harry Styles during his 15 show run at Madison Square Garden this year. He's kind of like getting himself back out there after performing in front of thousands of people for, like a month. Who can say?
What
Yeah, I
an
agree about the.
interesting duo! Like, who would have ever picked Blood Orange to open up for Harry Styles?
Yeah, I'd have to imagine it's because he's local more than anything. But I'm sure they are now acquainted, and you never know. It would be cool to hear Harry on some more interesting production. We'll leave it at that. Uh, yeah, I agree about the songs that work and songs that don't. I think ultimately the Blood Orange music is often pretty lo-fi, so sometimes those vocals just don't do a whole lot for you because they are understated. And I think Wish in particular, it's just really sleepy, dreary stuff. It's just
Mhm.
not what I'm into. Uh, Relax and Run though, I think you really nailed it there. Like the vocals are really awesome from Dev and
Mhm.
the rest of that group. Like people are just kind of sliding around now, and it sounds cool. The beat, the drums specifically, are really great. And then on Jesus Freak Larry, the guitar is really cool too. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to hear like him like turn it on
Hmm.
as a performer in the way he does on songs like that. Because the other side of the coin is when a song like Wish happens, and it's like, this is just not really conceived well enough for me. But like sometimes it's just like, man, like even though he's not like a flashy singer at all, it's like it all kind of works sometimes, like in those
Yeah.
that kind of beautiful way.
Yeah. He's like, I just moved more and more into composing, and I think you can just tell, even on the songs that don't work on this, how he's really playing with like layering and how he produces songs and kind of clicks things together to get a certain like feeling across. It's really impressive, and I just really want him to continue to be putting himself out there with some of these artists that we really love. I mean, we kind of talk about how different producers have their moments, and Antonov had his moment. It'd be really cool if Dev gets to like really helm and produce some full projects with some cool artists. Maybe a Caroline Polachek fully produced Blood Orange album would be cool. So we'll see. I also would just love to get a regular album from him. It seems about yeah, he's usually every like 2 to 3 years, so he's probably gonna be putting out something bigger soon, hopefully.